we are going to watch our first death battle on this channel. Death Battle is a group that was with, I believe they were with either College Humor or Rooster Teeth. I want to say they were with College Humor for a while, and then they were let go. They were able to then get their channel back, and then they've been continuing with their stuff for a while afterwards. College Teeth, exactly. And this video is two members of my childhood beating the crap up out of each other, and it's a very apt battle. We got on one side Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach, and on the other side we have Yuske Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. Both these characters basically do the same freaking job if you think about it. They both basically deal with, you know, out of control souls. You pick Yuske? Okay, let's see. On one side, Ichigo has literally every power. He's just got every power. He's a very Mary Sue or Gary Sue type character, where every time a new power is introduced into the series, he somehow gets it. The only one he didn't get was the Bound abilities, and that's because that was a filler arc. Whereas Yuske, he's got pretty much a very set type of power system. He's pretty much just I shoot lasers. So I'm probably going to put my faith in Ichigo in this battle. I would like Yuske to win because I actually do like Yu Yu Hakusho a lot more. I think that's why I stopped watching Bleach. Yeah, it was starting to get a little ridiculous. Hey, this new power is coming out. Okay, let's give it to Ichigo. This new power is coming out. Let's give it to Ichigo. Oh, remember the Quincy's? That one dude that was part of the series way at the beginning? Yeah, let's actually give Ichigo those power sets too. It makes sense, right? They just wanted to make him like literally every single faction rolled into one. But let's see what happens. I'm excited to see how this goes and for them to actually break down the power systems a lot more, because I mean, I watched these when I was younger. It's been a long time since I really Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho, so I'm excited. All right, let me turn off my music and let's get to watching this. I love it. Oh, so they're going to go with a like a pixelated 3D style battle. That's the other thing. I just realized they're both punks. They're both delinquents.
Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yuske Urameshi.
The substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons. Find out who would win a death battle. Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
Endless nothingness? Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our buried by
Come on, man. We just got started with this shit.
Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead, the Soul Society.
Yeah.
Looks great till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom...
Alright, Ichigo Kurosaki, age 29 years old. He's 5'11". He's an inch taller than me. Interesting. Weight, 145 pounds. I won't get into it. Occupation, substitute Shinigami. And a translator? Ow. Hi, Vantai. He's a translator? What does that mean? Candidate to replace the Soul King. Trained by Urahara, Yoroichi, the Visored, Ishin, and Squad Zero. He likes chocolate, Shakespeare, and Orihime. Okay, I hydrate. His Japanese name can be read as Strawberry.
Was killed by a hollow. Reason number one why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Nope.
Young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began...
That's not beating people up. He literally stomped a guy's head into concrete. That's an attempted murder. Hi, Ami.
to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy called Ryoku and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure, or Reiatsu.
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is...
While Shinigami are invisible, they are not incapable, they are not intangible and can be touched by normal people. This was stated in chapter 9 of the manga, though the Viz translator mistakenly says otherwise. Ah, I see.
He's a super-powered ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, it can stun-lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around him.
Okay, so immense Ryoku, Reiatsu, pressure, Reikaku, sensing, Getsuga Tensho, that's his sword, Shinigami skills, Zanjutsu, really? Shunpo, Hakuda, Reishi manipulation, flight, Blutvin. They did a lot of stuff with like Spanish. I know those people. Zangetsu, fusion of Shinigami and hollow powers. Quincy Zangatsu, manifestation of Quincy power. See? Bro has every power. Okay, I'm going to play again. Let me know if the audio quality sounds a little better.
Hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air.
Hey.
Paired with speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money, and...
Oh no, that kid's still there. Much better? Perfect. No, that kid is still there. He is still going around beating up bullies for their lunch money.
Hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu, plus Rukia. It was the Shinigami...
His name is Sato, but they call him Chad. I love it. Because they can't technically say his name properly, so they're just like, your name's Chad now.
His job to tear hollows a new hole.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami...
This is the core foundation of the bond between Shinigami and Zanbakuto, and transform that blade into their own Zanbakuto over the course of their training. Every Shinigami is granted... I read that backwards, I'm just realizing. I apologize.
Blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a super-powered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword beams. Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho.
Pretty on par with all the other sword beams, if you think about it. Like, Inuyasha had his own variant, which is pretty much the same thing. I'm trying to think, there were a few others. I know there's lots of video game characters that have it. Oh, Zoro from One Piece has his own sword beams. Well, I think Getsuga Tensho is definitely more iconic these days.
Is incredibly powerful, and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
To cut even the biggest hollows down to size, Ichigo was ridiculously...
I've never seen this before, but I gotta say, I didn't think Yuske stands a chance. And know how strong... And I know how strong Yuske is. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said at the beginning, my money is on Ichigo to win, but I would prefer... I'm hoping Yuske wins. Because once again, I love the OG. I love my OG boy. No, it's not nostalgia. I just like Yuske.
Strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say...
Okay. A powerful spiritual light fired by Menos Grande and Arankars. The blinding light swallowed a part of Kyogoku, the the Sero went in all directions. Considering that concentrating spiritual pressure was usually what made a Sero more powerful, diffusing a Sero in all directions would be pointless. However, because I'm not saying that word. I'm just not saying that word. Had such a vast amount of spiritual pressure at his disposal, his Sero was even more powerful than a typical one, regardless of the fact that it had been diffused. Free just thinks he's neat. Exactly. Hi, beep boop. Daily hugs and hearts for the slime. Yes.
So too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moves so fast that he left his own.
Other faster than light feats include that dude dodging sunlight? What? How and why do you dodge sunlight? What is the benefit of it? What? Lieutenant's dodging the Gaussian beams. And now evading Lil Barrow's Light of Judgment. And Lil Toto dodging Yuacha's... There are some words in this anime. A vampire? True. Although that was a filler arc. His movements are different for a second.
Own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo became more involved...
Wait.
Uryu moves so...
He's standing here. Look at the little darkness on the ground.
so fast that he left his...
Goodbye. He left the shadow behind. That is so dumb. Okay. Okay, game. Okay, anime, manga, whatever you want to be called.
his own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now, Zangetsu had operated only in its base state, Shikai. So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times boost that takes most Shinigami a decade to master.
Bankai! In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole frickin' Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve.
I'm sorry, but they came out with a new attack to be able to destroy the entire Soul Society every season. Or every other season, so it's like... not that impressive after a while. Furushikai, Manifest 2 Zanbakuto, Getsuga Jujisho. I know that anime. Half Hollow, Fusion of Shinigami Hollow and Quincy powers, High Speed Regeneration. He has his own Sero. True Bankai, Tensa Zangetsu, 5 to 10 times stat boost. Other forms, he's got the Hollow Mask, Full Hollow, Fullbringer, Shikai, and Bankai. Skullclad, Final Getsuga Tensho, Mugetsu. Chibas.
Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was getting clamped, but as soon as he heard Orihime cheering him on, that was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that...
Yeah! Oh, that was... Oh my. The final Archad of lower tier villain with the power of anything I think happens will happen. That was a lower tier power in the final arc. Yeah. Skullclad is the Helver's power up. Ah, okay, right. I forgot. He needs more power sources. So not only does he have Angel, Grim Reaper, Quincy, demons, he also has Hell. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Main character energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger, Aizen stopped Ichigo's Bankai and his theme song. Rude!
Ichigo needed to tap in.
That's right. That in the series, anytime something badass would happen, like this big epic theme song would start playing in the background, and he was just about to do this to Aizen, and then Aizen just puts his finger up, and all the music stopped. It was one of the most badass scenes in anime, for sure.
To his unexplained hollow power. Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old man Zhang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger.
Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs. But piss him off enough, and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Hollowification exceeds even Bankai, and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco Mundo.
Not only did this tremendous power shake the vast land of Hueco Mundo, but it also reached the beings lurking in the depths. Hellverse novelization. Oh, there it is!
World of hollows.
Full hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell.
But with help from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Aizen.
Challenge is an understatement.
No, that wasn't a challenge. That was just a beatdown. That was just a like Ichigo took Aizen and folded him like a wet paper bag. That was a curb stomp. Yeah, that was just it was just a straight up curb stomping. I don't even know if you can even call it a curb stomp, because curb stomping requires a little bit of effort. There was nothing that Ichigo had really like. There was nothing Aizen could do, and Ichigo was playing with him the whole fight. Until he almost fucked up, and then... But it still worked out. But it was... Yeah, no, it was just... That's over saying that it was a challenge. Now just pushed him to the ground and bullied him. It's true.
Manhandled Aizen, shattered mountains with sheer aura, and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating Aizen at the cost of all his power.
He might have saved everyone.
No, that's the thing. I don't think you're ready for this takedown. The annoying part is, Ichigo didn't need to do that. He was flattening Aizen before using that form. There was zero reason for him to need to do that. But it was cool, so they did it anyway. And that should have been the end of the series, but then they were like, but what about more?
But now it was back to Normieville.
Ichigo never truly realized until...
Did he turn the table at the last moment? I don't remember him turning the table at the last moment. I remember him just... I don't remember him needing that last push. I remember Ichigo was, like, just ruining Aizen's entire day. Always double tap. Zombie Arthur was true.
Till then, just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others, his drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia. Boom! Shinigami again!
His sword looks different. I fell off the series around this point. Just because it felt like they were really trying to milk the series at this point and trying to, like, do more with it than they needed to. I understand they were trying to do some, like, epic stuff with it, but it's just felt... They were just trying too hard. I don't know.
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yuhabak.
Who planned to end everything.
Who?
And while other Shinigami tried their best, only Ichigo was special enough to pull it off.
Exactly. Only Ichigo could do it. Only Ichigo could do this. He's the special boy.
His father was a Shinigami. His mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a hollow. Hence, his two Zanpakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yhwach's plan. Finally, Ichigo understood himself, fully unifying with both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and two new Zanpakuto.
True Shikai! If you thought
Okay, more reading. How do we get the series? How do we continue the series now that Ichigo lost his powers? Executives, I got it. He just gets them back. The same way he got them the first time. As one of the big three, Kubo had a lot of pressure to keep writing, I think. Probably. I mean, it's still a fun series, I'm sure, and I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. And the cinematics are great, the animation's fantastic. Like, as far as I know, they did a really good job with it. It just felt like they were pushing too far. Granted, there was a lot of things that weren't, like, fully answered by the point they defeated Aizen. Like, the Quincy's was just one dude up until this point. There was no other Quincy's. So, like, it was probably worth for them to actually, like, bring them into the series a little bit more. We had no idea about his mom. We knew his dad was a Shinigami at this point, so what was going on with his mom there? What happened with all that? So it makes sense that they want to continue in order to wrap up some of the loose threads. It just felt weird for them to do it the way they did. I don't know. Alright, feats. Slice through the chains of hell. Block the world destroyer Sokyoku. Casually reacted to Sero's Embolus. Just casually reacted. Parried Byakuya's hundreds of millions of cuts. Wait, he just parried it? Okay. Crushed Yukiara's Lanza del Relampago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for my pronunciations. Matched Soul King Yuacha's realm-ending power. Defeated Renji. It's Renji. Kenpachi. Okay, fair enough. Byakuga. Grimjo. Yukiara. Aizen. Ginjo. And Yuacha. I don't know who that last one is. Or the second last one.
Ichigo was strong before, oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive. Or dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kenpachi, who could split the Dangai in half.
You should suppress your spiritual pressure more, Commander. As a result, the match ended with one blow. The sword pressure collided with each other with such force that it seemed as if it would cut the boundary, Dangai, itself in two. Spirits are forever with you. Oh.
Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and earth across.
Even the slightest use of our powers would cause the heaven and earth and the three worlds to tremble.
The realms, and strong enough to match.
Stated true Shikai Ichigo regained the power he used to defeat Aizen, insinuating that he reached or surpassed his prior peak. See, the peaks don't matter in this anime because it just keeps getting higher and higher.
Match Yhwach, even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with Soul King power, Yhwach could nuke all three realms. The human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo, plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yhwach was going to end everything through sheer
It isn't an issue with the balance of souls between the three worlds. Oh, okay.
power alone.
But Ichigo still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tensho with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yhwach was scared of it.
Joke's on you! Ichigo didn't even need it! You're done!
Ichigo was finally
Oh, hold on one second, everybody. Let me just...
content. And
Didn't even need it!
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the power scaling is just absolutely borked in this. For some reason, he just keeps on getting stronger and stronger and bigger and crazier and stronger.
You're done!
Ichigo was finally content. And 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Yay!
Most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with
My goat!
their life. However, that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yuske Urameshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw hands! It don't
Really?
matter who the ups are, be they women.
Oh, sorry. Yusuke Urameshi, 18 years old, 5'8". Oh, he's a little bit shorter. Nice. Trained by Genkai. Genkai's amazing. Occupation, spirit detective, ramen salesman. Amazing. Descendant of Demon King Ryzen. Likes fighting, virtual fighter, and Keiko. I like fighting, and fighting with this one chick. Fights anyone, be they women, old folk, or babies. The original shonen trash talker. It's true. This is Yusuke is Ichigo before Ichigo was even thought. Was even a thought.
And old folk or babies, Yusuke lived to fight. It's what gave life meaning. Who cares about stupid things like friends and family?
Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child.
He threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child from getting hurt. But it turned out that was supposed to be like a miracle situation, and the kid was supposed to get away from being hit by that car without a scratch. And Yusuke, when he intervened, actually made things worse because the kid actually got like scraped up a little bit. It was so sad. It was so mean. It was so mean to this poor guy. He legitimately tried to do something good with his life, and he got shat off for it.
Bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
The Yu Yu Hakusho anime somewhat differs from the manga, particularly the ending, but expands upon the main story. Also, we are prioritizing the Japanese manga over the English translation. Fair.
Truck-kun claims another victim.
But this is
Don't worry.
chapter 1 of a battle shonen, so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yusuke's soul. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was both
On a broomstick? No, she was on a paddle. Technically, she rides an oar. Ferryman of the dead. And all that. Like a witch's brew. Yay.
Otan, whose job was to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Honestly, it was a really neat idea.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with his pants down.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation, and told Satan Jr. to stuff it. He was never really good for anything, and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara.
This was one of the saddest episodes of an anime I had ever watched in my life. Watching him going through and seeing all the people that he actually like does care about and like interact with on a daily basis actually like broken that he was missing. It was so sad.
Would shed manly tears. Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And newfound ass-kicking ability.
Yeah.
In his quest to beat the dog shit out of demonkind, Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable, heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on, Yusuke could parry
Immense Reiki, Spirit Gun, Spirit Shotgun, Spirit Wave, Spirit Punch, Gold Energy. accelerated healing, barriers, energy absorption, propelled flight, spiritual awareness, Mazoko form, immense yoki, demon gun, previously channeled raisin spirit.
Zaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun.
It was really
Yusuke
good.
had a limited number of shots, but eventually he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blasting around as much as he
Pause.
wants.
The Spirit Gun is more versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions
Okay, he didn't propel himself, he propelled Kuwabara in that situation. Which, that must have hurt.
with each shot.
He can twist it up for a Spirit Shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a Spirit Punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clobbers the hell out of you. And the Spirit Wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be
True.
a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throwing his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart. And
Agreed. Who cares if you're fighting fairly if you win at the end, right?
his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Kabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial
You are indeed good, but I'm well versed in all forms of martial arts. Quickly. Shoot me with a gun. The bullet is fast, so I'll go faster. Legitimately Kuwabara and Yosuke thought processes.
combat.
But his best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force.
His life force is charging him up. He's expending his very existence to continue the fight. And honestly, I actually really like that idea a little bit more than just like, Ichigo, you were specifically bred for this. And because of your breeding, you're OP. Yusuke, you're just stubborn as shit. You're just a stubborn little fucker. At least you learn quick. Wait, but he's dead. What life force? He died and came back to life. He was given a second chance.
For a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies,
All these characters are amazing. They gave all these characters so much great personality. It was fun.
like demons Hiei and Kurama,
Yay. The ultimate edge boy.
as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But Yusuke needed to survive and
Toguro was the original, like, just Chad of shonen enemies. Just a beast of a man. I loved it. It was such a good fight.
protect his loved ones. So he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star.
Wait, what? Spirit Wave Orb. A sphere of energy that condenses spirit energy to the utmost limit. It has been passed down from generation to generation by the master of Reiko Hadoken. Hadoken! It has energy comparable to that of a small star. Oh my god. The successor will have their nature questioned by their own mind and body, and if they do not have the caliber to accept the energy, their body will be destroyed. Jeez. Okay. If you can accept this energy equivalent to a tiny sun into your body and not be incinerated in the process, then you will have passed the test. Oh, that's all. That's all I have to do. It sounds like they don't know how powerful a star is. Probably not. It sounded cool. That's literally it. Ultimate vibe check. Yep. And now they're going to power scale what this means. Because they actually, like, calculate how much energy this is going to be. That's kind of what Deathbattle does. A ball of vast energy compared into a tiny volume. Oh, compressed into a tiny volume. It will test you physically and mentally to determine if you can succeed me. Fair enough.
Thanks, Genkai!
Our sun has an average luminosity of
See?
380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
Enough to send Taguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yuske would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing.
Yeah, this guy was a weird case in anime history. I'm sure they're going to explain it a little bit, but I'll let them try. I'll let them do that because it's been a hot minute since I've seen this.
He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai,
Okay, they don't. Basically, what this guy ended up doing was he broke his psyche into 7 pieces, and because of that, he was able to do some, like, if he were to train in 1 year, because he had 7 minds, apparently, that would equal, like, 7 years of training in 1 year, right? And if they were all working on one specific goal, like, it allowed him to access extremely powerful abilities and all that. It was wild. It's like people who scale One Piece, Blackbeard, who claim to use like black holes, and it's like super strong vacuum cleaner at best. Yeah, exactly. If you decided you were sick of this world and wanted to obliterate it, I no longer have the power to stop you.
Yuske could destroy
jeez.
the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That anima guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
Yeah, I got big hugged. Wait, did that hit me? I don't know if I heard that one impact. Also, hi, Luna.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally.
Yep.
Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence, Ryzen, the Demon King.
With his Bazoku mark, Yusuke can channel Ryzen's spirit for a huge...
It didn't impact your aura blocked it. Hell yeah. Okay. And once again, Yusuke was Ichigo before Ichigo was even a thought. And the fact that he's also a crossbreed. He has special breeding. But hey, all that special breeding didn't actually like come into play until like the very end, when we find out, oh, you're actually just a distant relative of this dude, this demon dude. So it just kind of worked out. Which is a bit of a cope. It's a bit of a stretch. I'm not a fan, but at the same time, at least it's not you're part demon, part angel, part this and that and that and this and this and this and that. Nor was also that at the end. Yeah, it's true.
power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage.
Pleasurable. What do they call it? A salad bowl? Yeah, pretty much.
Rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit.
Wait. I forgot about this dude. Why does he have 6 ears? what is the point of this? He has a very weird character design. I don't remember this guy all that well because, let's be perfectly honest, I watched this part of the series maybe once. He deaf? If he's deaf and has 6 years, that's just a... Oh, sorry, blind. Okay, he's blind, so evolutionary speaking, he has to evolve 2 more sets of ears in order to compensate. Gotcha, that makes sense. He's Toph before Toph was Toph. Ah. What about the horns? They look wonky. He has 2 sets of horns, and they're both pointing downwards for some reason. I don't know why, they just look off. They bent the wrong way. It's different.
Spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui.
Rams do that ish. No, they go up and back. His were going forward then down.
Past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-Class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke
The what? 4th tournament arc in this series? I wanted to pick him up and put him on a coat rack by those horns. I defeated the Demon King. How'd you do that? I put him on a coat rack. He can't get off. He can't figure it out. Just like, ah.
began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Raizen's influence.
And now he looks like a badass. Impotent wiggle intensifies. Considering he's a demon, I give him a little freedom in the horn department. True, that's fair. It's just, they look wonky. Oh, that's right. I remember the results of this tournament. They're actually really wonky. It's actually really goofy. Now he looks badass. Body hair. Yeah, exactly. Put a little chest hair on him.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's sacred energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the demon.
Winner of the Dark Tournament parried Suzaku's lightning arrows, contained the spirit orb's energy, withstood Togoro's demonic aura, annihilated a 10-kilometer plateau in a quarter of a second, or half a second, overloaded Yakumo's realm-ending power sphere, decimated Okunin tree with Demon King Yomi, defeated Hiei, Rando, Suzaku, Chu, Bakken, Jin, Togoro, and Sensui.
King himself to his absolute limits.
But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad.
Yeah, he actually lost against the Demon King that he was just fighting there. But then the Demon King went against the next dude, another dude in the tournament. And because he had his ass beat so badly by Yusuke, he lost to this random dude. And that dude became the actual Demon King. It was an interesting way to do things.
Though, even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
Yep. Womp womp, Demon King weak now. Yep. Alright.
Long has its return been foretold.
Friendship wins all. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes. So, once again, I want Yosuke to win, but there's just no fucking way. There's no way that he's going to win. Ichigo gets this win. However, maybe... No. Ichigo has way too much, like... stupid OP powers. Oh, hi, wifey. What's that? I have, like, nothing. I hope it's not a curb stomp. I don't think it's going to be a curb stomp. Also, they say hi. Star came to try to steal water from me, but I am actually lacking in water myself. After this video, I'll probably take a moment and go grab some water for the two of us. Alright. But let's see what happens in this death battle!
But now, finally, it is reborn.
The original Death Battle shirt that once
Oh my God.
dominated the world. Hell yeah, there's no better way to wear a blood
I was hoping for the death battle. For the actual death battle, I forgot they need to do their freaking advertisements. Yes. Go to the Death Battle merch shop. Or you could go to my merch shop. Wait, what is it? Merch. I'm kidding. No. Support the original makers, guys. Support these guys. They do good shit.
better on your chest.
We've restored the original shirt with even better materials, and it's available now on deathbattle.gg. That's our website that's also kind of like a Patreon.
There's a bunch of other merch there, like this awesome Mecha Goose hoodie. Just don't let the
Mecha Goose.
gooses get it.
Website members can also see the...
If they actually fought Ichigo, would just be like, gasp, I got new yokai powers because my aunt was nice to me when I was rich. No, it would turn out that he's actually related to Genkai in some way, shape, or form.
The entire Death Battle archive, including episodes that were banned from YouTube.
And even more behind-the-scenes goodies. Like, did you know our research team wrote up a massive blog all about the science of Ash versus Yugi? Wait, I lied. They wrote up 2!
Click the link
Oh
below
my God.
to support the show, look behind the scenes, and get cool merch at deathbattle.gg.
Yeah.
All right, the combatants are set.
Okay,
and
now
we've
we
run
get
the
to
day
start
through
this.
all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Woo!
That's a demon.
That's a hollow.
No doubt about it.
Okay, so we are starting Ichigo off like at the end of his each of their stories, I guess. So that would make sense on why Ichigo is using his 2 swords instead of his 1 big sword. Also, I don't know if Yuske would actually be blocking swords with his bare hands. I don't think he could. He would probably just be parrying them.
Spirit Guide! Getsuga Tensho!
Yusuke, I know you fight dirty, but like, are you seriously aiming for the dick? Dick move, man. Dick move. I was about to say, those are clash sounds. Yeah, exactly. Literally. Oh, my boy.
No match!
Where did you come from?
Hollow.
No.
Chump change. Reckless idiot!
Chump change.
What a baby! Little demon energy got you scared?
Nah.
Getsuga! Yujisho!
Okay, I do have to say though, I do have to say they got some good voice acting for this. They actually sound like the original English voices.
Two at once? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Give in to me, Yuske. Let's devour him together.
Giggity.
Hell no! This is my fight, jackass! You just hold me back!
Also, this music is a bop. Oh my god.
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner? Let's do it, like old times.
On cut!
Oh yeah, Ichigo never actually bonkai'd yet.
Is that the best you can do? I can go even faster if you'd like.
Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole! I'll kill you even
Oh man, I am loving this fight. This is actually a really good fight.
if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line!
Oh?
You better do the same! Screw that!
Okay. Yeah.
Freaking break.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the other side.
KO!
Yeah.
Think the afterlife offers frequent flyer miles?
There's a lot to cover
Probably.
here, so let's break this down into 4
Between the all the big animes and all that, they better start offering frequent flyer miles.
chapters, starting with their abilities.
Yusuke could see Ichigo no problem,
Yep.
and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could
Yeah.
potentially match the Getsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Dangai training,
And all those swords! He just had way more abilities to play with.
Okay, 2 swords doesn't exactly equal a win, okay? That doesn't exactly equal a win. And also, just because you have more ability doesn't exactly mean that, you're stronger. It just means that you have more tools in your kit. But if you have only a set amount of tools in your kit, you get really good at using those tools, right? It's like the whole Bruce Lee quote, right? I do not fear a man who knows 1,000 punches, but I fear a man who has practiced a single punch 1,000 times.
Likewise, speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light.
But Ichigo was
57% of the speed of light? Ha! These guys were leaving their shadows behind in the first chapter. I did enjoy how both of them resisted the evil influence powers. True, that's actually a good point. I noticed that too. Like, they were like, no. This is my fight. I found another delinquent of my power scale. I'm gonna fight him myself. Power scalers far too often are just like, they just use those, even though the character are like, I will never use that again. Exactly. The only time they ever use those like evil powers is when they legitimately don't have a choice, in that they themselves have gotten mentally weak to the point that they, have to use those powers, because the thing is just being like, I'm going to take over now. You don't have a choice.
faster than light from the start, and he's
Yeah.
gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt mid-fight.
This is kinda both their things. Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
Easy, yeah, no. They've been fighting since they were kids. Like in Naruto, everyone is like, they just use 8 gates that would give them the superpower, give them superpowers for 5 minutes, win, and then die. And like, no? What's the point of winning when you're just gonna die at the end? There's no benefit of that.
Leaving only the biggest winning
Unless you're Goku.
factor, which could have superseded all other advantages: power.
Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society.
Hello.
But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time. Pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke
I always wanted someone to try and copy Kaioken and fail. Right? Yeah, only Goku can copy Kaioken.
far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also gonna destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each containing at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Deathbattle, there's arguments either way.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge. So
That is basically a straight across the board. Ichigo is just way more powerful. But I love my Yusuke. My Yosuke. Yusuke, Urameshi, you are my goat. Even if you can't beat Ichigo, you're still number 1, baby. Like, what if Cell tried to use Kaioken and it broke him? He regen and would say, "Okay, not doing that again."
sorry if
Sakura
things got
Kinomoto?
messy,
I don't know who
but
that is.
That's just how Ichigo's.
The winner is
Ichigo's-
Ichigo Kurosaki.
Shut up.
Next time on Death
Oh,
Battle.
what's next? Okay. What?
Subscribe and
What? What? Cell versus Metal What? Hey, Cell, I just mentioned him, yeah. But why Cell? Oh, Card Capture Soccer. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But why Cell?
join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Death Battle is back, and so is our new tabletop gaming.
So, I guess the next Death Battle is going to be Cell versus Mecha Sonic. Okay. That fight could be close to be us. I believe it, just it's such a weird matchup. What? Hey, did you enjoy that? Was it funny? Well, come and check it out live over on twitch.tv/freeform_art. Make sure you put the _art. We have lots of fun there. We enjoy ourselves, and we want to see you over there. So come on and hang out. See you in a bit.